Hey guys, this is Miss Arlequin, and in this video, I am going to be reviewing what we worked on in class today. So we were looking at character and doing a close reading of the lottery through a character analysis lens. So tonight for homework, we're finishing that classwork. And so this video is just going to review the focus behind our close reading and some of the steps that you should be following as you go back into that story and look at your assigned characters. So again, our main focus in doing this close reading is that we're trying to, well, there's several things we're trying to do. First, we're trying to figure out what some of the bigger ideas within the lottery are. So what are some of the author's themes or some of the author's messages? Then, because we're focusing on character and we're trying to see bigger ideas about character through that, we're also looking at how different elements within a story interact with each other. So an author, for example, can use a character as a way through that character and what the character does to teach the reader or the audience a lesson. And so that would be tied to theme. So we can see the way character and characterization can help develop a theme. So those are two literary elements interacting with each other. And then, of course, our final focus is we're trying to notice, as we often do in ELA, the author's writing, the author's craft. How is the author using different techniques that are helping us, the reader, kind of dig deeper into the text and helping the author figure out and develop their themes, their messages, helping us, the reader, figure them out, helping the author develop those themes and messages. So remember, when we analyze text, we are always looking at the how and the why. Those are the two deeper analysis questions. How did the author do that, and why did they do it? So when we talk about how an author does something, we are once again talking about their literary elements or the literary devices or techniques, right? Just like a construction worker has a toolbox, an author has a toolbox, but instead of it being wrenches and hammers and screws, for a writer, it is the different writing techniques that you can use, like figurative language, setting, plot, narration, dialogue, and in this case, we're looking at characterization. And the why did the author do that? So why did the character behave the way they did? What are their motivations? That's a way to get deeper into a text. Why did the author include those details? In this case, we might focus on why the character exists in the story. What's the character's role? Why did this plot event happen? And many other why questions. All right, so once again, today's close reading lens is character, and I'm going to model it for you with our mentor text, The Chaser. So how did John Collier develop his characters? And then why? Why is this character in the story? What greater purpose is the character playing? So since our literary technique that we're focusing on for the how is character, that means that we have to focus on, and there's a couple of different ways an author can develop character. We have to focus on dialogue, thoughts, actions, and the character's relationship or interactions with other characters. Those are all the very specific ways that an author can develop a character. It's part of the how. All right, so first step, right? I have to obviously choose my character. I'm going to focus on the old man. And the first thing I do to do this close reading is I got to go back into the text and find my evidence. And I specifically want, since this is character, evidence that reveals information about that character. So what am I going to look for? Well, obviously any scene that the character's in. Anytime the character's talking, anytime the character's doing something. Do I remember the character saying weird things? Because if I remember that, that would be a key part that I could probably get some good deep thought out of. Do I remember the character behaving a certain way more than once? Because again, we're also looking for patterns. Patterns, like repetition of something, is how an author lets you know something is important. Can I pinpoint any adjectives or adverbs that reveal how the character is or how they feel or how they see the world? And again, what patterns do I see in the way the character speaks or behaves? So as I start to look at the places where the character is speaking and doing things in the story, what are some patterns or things that are happening in multiple places in the text? Okay, so I'm going to focus on the old man. And so as I go back into the story, okay, so when I go back into the story, I first, and again, I'm really kind of thinking about that first focus question. Do I remember the character saying anything weird or doing anything weird? Well, stuff that stands out in my memory is first that the old man starts off by talking about the poison. Like, that's the first thing he mentions. And Alan hasn't even told him what he's there for. But the old man automatically starts talking about poison. That's kind of weird. And then he also, I noticed what's weird is he talks about the poison as if it's nothing, as if it's just something that cleans a person's life. And he compares it to cleaning gloves. Cleaning gloves and killing somebody is not really the same thing. And yet the old man talks about them as if they're the same thing. And his tone is almost as if he doesn't really care about it. Then I also noticed that he's constantly talking about people coming back, how they'll come back, they'll save up money if they're happy. And he does that multiple times in the story. That's something that's repeated, a pattern. I also see that when he's talking about the love potion, he's really just describing it. It's really Alan in these cases who's not getting what the old man is saying. He's really giving very specific details about the love potion. So it doesn't really seem like he's hiding anything. He is describing it and telling the truth. Okay, and then once again, I get later on in the story, you've got this really weird thing when he talks about how she will forgive Alan in the end if he cheats on her, and it's kind of a creepy tone right there. Like, what does in the end mean? And then I see Alan calls the love potion wonderful, and the old man doesn't really call it that, or at least he doesn't treat it like it's wonderful, because something weird is that he just charges $1 for it, and I find it weird that he also keeps it in a dirty looking bottle. When I think of a love potion, I would think of something that's in a beautiful bottle, maybe pink, well kept, right? Because love is supposed to be beautiful and precious. All right, so if I track all my text evidence, I have noticed that the old man mentions poison before anything else. He talks about the poison multiple times, which shows me the poison is the old man's priority. Maybe that's the item he sells that he values the most, which also makes sense because it costs $5,000, and that is his more expensive potion. And he mentions how people will come back when they're rich. He mentions it multiple times, so he expects repeat customers. That's the reason why I know that Alan is going to come back and the old man expects him to. The fact that he speaks about killing someone as if it's nothing shows me, well, what does that show me about the old man? He clearly doesn't value life, but he also doesn't really value love, or at least not the love potion. But then we can argue that he doesn't value the love potion because it doesn't really make real love. I know he doesn't value the love potion because he only charges $1. So this is not valuable. And he keeps it in a dirty vial, which again, you wouldn't do if it's something that you value. And he says he likes to help. That's something I also noticed, but he's not helping. All right, so what's some deeper thought that I can get at about the old man? All right, so this is the part where I kind of have to see a deeper theme or message. So I know that this story is about love and trying to buy love in the form of a love potion. What is the old man really showing me? All right, the reason why the old man is blank. So what is the old man? The reason why the old man is uncaring, cruel. Would it be fair to say that he's cruel, looking back at that evidence? Yeah, I mean, I guess he is kind of cruel, right? He's not really helping. He's actually encouraging murder by selling this love potion that's terrible. The reason why the old man is cruel is because, why is he cruel? Because he wants to make money? I mean, that could be, but is that really a deep thought? It doesn't feel very deep. So I don't think this sentence frame is helping me analyze the old man. I think the author is trying to develop the theme of. The theme of what? What can I learn? What message is the old man delivering? Or maybe this one. Sometimes in life, people. Sometimes in life, people won't, well, what is it that I see the old man doing? I see him not caring, right? Sometimes in life, people won't care. What is it that the old man doesn't care about? Is it that he doesn't care about love, or is it that he doesn't care about helping people? This is tough. I think it's hard to say that he doesn't care about love because, again, the love potion is not really developing love. So, can I really assume that the old man doesn't care about any love? This is fake love. So I don't know that I can make that assumption. I don't think I have enough information about the old man, but I do have information that he is valuing money and making money over helping people. So I think that that might be my deeper understanding. This shows me, because it's kind of messed up. I mean, shouldn't he stop Alan from buying this potion if he really cared about people and what they do and the fact that somebody's going to get killed? Sometimes in life, people won't help others, because the old man is not helping others, will not help others when they care more about making money. That sounds like a pretty fair conclusion to draw about the old man based on the evidence that I found. Okay, so hopefully hearing my thought process and seeing me model it with the chaser and review the steps that I went through is going to help you now focus on your character. Remember, you are either working on Tessie or Mr. Summers, depending on which character you got assigned during class. Good luck.